What is up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before we hop into today's video, I want to say if you guys haven't checked out how I was in middle school, I need you guys to go check that video out. Like always, I need you to like, comment, subscribe to my channel so you can see more content from yours truly. Now let's get into this video. Alright, you guys, before we get into this video, I want to say I got a haircut finally. I feel like a new person. But alright, you guys, this is going to be a follow-up kind of on, I posted my video on why I hate my job, but this video is going to be a coworker that I necessarily do not get along with and I know personally does not like me. This person has been working with me for quite some time. We just have not gotten along. I think it's kind of like an authority thing with this person. We're just gonna call him Bob. We're gonna call him Bob. Bob is you know those coworkers that just like go by the book, but it's like OD. It's just like too much. You're like, okay, we get it. You want to go by the book? We get it. You want a promotion, honey? We get it. You know your job. You know what you're doing. You know all the rules. I'm sure you looked at all the rule book, honey. We get it. You know. But I just don't. I hate the fact that just because you have read everything in the handbook that you know what you're doing and you know all the answers, and that is just not the case with Bob. Bob is, I can't, me personally, I cannot, I've done pretty well, but I cannot, I just don't get under somebody who enjoys, like, gets pleasure out of, like, making other people feel like crap and just, you know, being, like, a complete, you know, a-hole. It's just not cool to me. Like, if you, like, we're all here to make money. Like, nobody is better than anybody just because, you know, you have read everything in the handbook. I don't care. It does not, like, that doesn't make you better than the next person, you know? We're all equal. We're all here to get money. Bob he like complains about everything. If you do something one way, he's like, no, I read the book, I read the rules. Like, shut up, okay, just shut up. I don't, like, I've already had a bad day. It's getting worse because I have now came into the job that I cannot stand, and now I have to listen to Bob for the next 7 hours. So that's always fun, you know? But Bob, his issue with me, and people have told me around the place, because, you know, that's where I work, people run their mouth like we are in high school, people that have told me that he does not like me because I don't follow the rules and I always have an attitude. Which totally is not the case. I'll admit 100%. Can I have an attitude sometimes? Yes. Do I go into work sometimes with an attitude? Yes. No one's happy 24/7. If someone tells you that they're happy 24/7, don't believe them because it's really not true. But yeah, so for you to think that I'm going to listen to your rules when you have not shown me any type of like leadership. No, mind you, he's not the shift leader or anything like that. He is not. He is just a regular DFA worker like myself. But for you, you haven't shown me any type of leadership for me to think that I would follow your rules. That's why we have a shift lead. I'm not going to listen to, now don't get me wrong, if I genuinely am doing something wrong and it's like affecting like the workplace or the work area, that's understandable. But if I'm literally cleaning things or I'm rearranging things how I want to make, you know, it makes me more comfortable so I can get the job done, then let me do that. I do not need you over me correcting everything I do and running back and reporting everything to the managers, which is another reason why me and Bob, we don't vibe. We do not get along. I don't like somebody who has to run back and tell the managers every 5 seconds about something that is going on. Granted, the managers have enough on their hands, so they don't need like a little tattletale to come back every 5 seconds and tell them what is going on when they are not around. We are not in high school. We are not in elementary school. Snitches get stitches. Didn't your mother teach you that? Clearly not. But yeah, I do not like that Bob snitches. Like, can you just shut up? And like, even if something is going wrong or even if something just kind of looks off, you do not have to go and tell the managers. They have enough going on. Like, he just does little stuff like that. Like, no matter what you do, Bob is always running back, or, you know, he is always finding something to be mad about. Bob will find any reason to complain, cry, snitch, anything, he's going to do it. And I just cannot vibe with that. And I think, like, at first it was weird because, like, when I first met Bob, like, he was cool, like, but I kind of, like, I read people's vibes. Like, I'm really kind of good on that. Like, I can just kind of, like, tell when someone's kind of sketchy. And I was like, you know, you're giving me sketchy vibes, I'm not gonna lie. But, I'm trying to grow and elevate and become a better person, so I'm gonna give you a chance. And at first he was cool. Bob was cool. Me and Bob had no issues. There was no beef. There was no tension. But over time, that started to really change. And like with time, like I always say, it shows people's true colors. And I have really seen Bob's true colors. Like, for you to come to work and just, you know, cause hell and create these little issues that already make the workplace is already stressful enough. Work period, I feel like, is stressful enough. The manager sometimes can be, you know, they can make things stressful. We also have inspectors that come in and look at the building and check things out like that, you know, because we are, like I told you guys in my video, we are on an army base, so we have like inspectors that will come into the building and all these other things that just make the workplace more stressful than a coworker who, you know, cannot mind his business, is always like creating issues with people. And the thing is, he tries to make it seem like he's just in there to get the job done and make it smoother, but it's never smooth. Every time Bob decides to step into a situation or handle a situation or try to make the situation better, it never is that case. It always ends up screwed up. Someone is arguing, fighting. It just never goes well. And he just doesn't understand that, sweetie. You're not a good problem solver. I'm sorry, sis. Like, back to the drawing board. Like, you're not a good authority figure. And then on top of that, he is like really like immature. Like, I get it. Like, we all have our immature like ways about us. Like, I could be the biggest immature kid you will ever meet, but you're like twice my age and you still cannot get it together. This man is so strange and just, I'm not even gonna say strange because I'm really not trying to judge people, but Bob is just something else. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, we just do not vibe. I think it's really because I have a strong personality at times. Not gonna lie, I really do have a strong personality at times, and I think Bob's issue is that he wants to try to like make me listen to him and, you know, make me bow down to his rules, and that's just never going to happen. I'm sorry. I'm never going to be something I'm not just to, you know, get you off my back just so you'll leave me alone, just so you'll like me, just because I'm listening to your rules. When you are not the shift lead, you are not the manager, you are just another coworker. Play your position. That's my problem at my job. Like, everybody wants to be the boss. There's too many chiefs and not enough Indians, okay? Like, that is the perfect example for my job. There's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Everybody wants to be the boss. Everybody thinks they know what they're doing. Everybody thinks that they were at the handbook. I went over the handbook. I've been there for years. But majority of you guys, I'm sorry, you don't know what you're doing. Like, sorry, give it up. Try something new, because managing and leadership skills are not for some of you, and Bob is one of them. Play your position. You are a shift. Sorry, not shift. You are a regular DFA like me. You are a regular cleaner. Clean the building, shut up so we can go home. Me and Bob have gotten, like, we have literally gotten to it so many times. I've lost count. He has taken pictures of, like, because we're cleaners, so, you know, we have a pots area where there's like pots and pans and people bring things back there, whatever the case may have you. He has been so petty towards me to the fact that he has taken actual pictures of utensils and things like that I've accidentally missed. Like, sorry, it's a lot going on making pots. Sorry, I missed a few forks, knives, spoons, whatever have you. He has gone so far as to take a picture and show the managers. Granted, I did not get in trouble or anything like that. I'm pretty sure the managers looked at him like, this is pointless, this is like taking up our time, but whatever, we're going to listen to you because we're managers and that's what we have to do. We have to listen to your problems even though we really probably do not care. And yeah, so we have gotten to it about that. Like, you're so petty to the point that you have to take a picture of a utensil that I accidentally missed. It's not like I forgot to scrape the potatoes off of the freaking spoons, you know, off the freaking tongs, you know what I'm saying? Like, for someone to be like that, you are truly miserable. Like, for you to just be on that every single day repeatedly, it's always an issue with you at work, and no one tends to see that, because with my job, I feel like everybody, like, they love a snitch, and they love somebody that's going to just rat on people for no reason or for this most stupidest reason. Like, that's the problem at my job. If people could just mind their business and mind their own, the day would go so much smoother. I think we would have like not that many issues of people. Well, no, I'm lying, because that place is something else, but I just think it would make it a little bit more smoother if you just if people just mind their own business, and people cannot do that. And Bob happens to be one of them who cannot just mind his own. Like, he has gotten into it with older people at my job. He has gotten into it with younger kids. He has gotten into it with me. Like, just everybody, this person, he has had so many issues with. And we're so short, and we're so, like, needing of help that we continue to keep him and deal with Bob, because Bob's a piece of crap, and that place is a piece of crap, you know? But I'm still gonna say that because I need the money right now, okay? Side note. But, like, when I go to work, I'm there to work. I don't involve myself with some of those people there. I'm not saying, like, I'm better than anybody else. I don't want you guys or whoever to watch this video to think that that's what I'm trying to portray. But I've been through certain situations with so many people at my job, and have trying to give these people a chance to get to know them outside of work, but it just doesn't work out that way. So when I go into work, I'm there to work and go home. I'm not here for the drama. I'm not here for someone to be on my back 24/7. Yes, if I'm doing something wrong, correct me. Or, you know, if I'm slow or at something or anything, or I don't care what it is, just correct me. I don't need you down my back. I don't need you to tell me that you read the handbook a million times. Like, we get it, you recited it, you know it in your sleep. That's great, that's awesome. But I do not care. I do not care that you don't like me. Like, that's the thing. I don't come to work for people to like me. I don't come to work to have a million best friends. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. I'm there to make money and go home. And that's what I don't think a lot of people at my job don't understand. Like, we're there to make money and go home. Why are you guys so worried about other people? Why are you have to tell me a million times that you have read the handbook? Why do you have to be a repetitive snitch? I don't know if that's a word, but that's definitely what fits him. Like, it just blows my mind at how these grown people, or these people that claim to be so grown, don't act like it and just get under my skin. Like, me and Bob, I don't think we'll ever, as long as we both will be at this job, I don't think we will ever get along. Like, I have tried with him. We just don't. There are people you're gonna come across in life that you don't connect with and you don't vibe with, whether it be school, work, friends, sad to say sometimes family members, like whoever it may be. There are just going to be people in this world that you just don't vibe with. You just don't mesh with, and I don't mesh with him. I'm sure we have both come to the conclusion that we do not like each other. He does his own thing at work, I do my own thing. Like, and the thing is, he's so, like, I don't know if he's like bipolar or whatever. I really do not know people, but Bob, one minute we will be arguing, we will get into it, you know, something that he initiated, of course, and then the next day he will try to talk to me like, no, you do not like me, Bob. Like, we have established this. People have came and told me multiple things that you have said about me. We do not mesh well. We don't vibe. Like, we have tried to get along. We cannot get along. We look at things different when it comes to the workplace, and we just do things two totally different ways. So I just don't think we'll ever be able to, like, mesh well. I don't ever think we'll be able to survive. I guess I can be cordial with you, keyword try to be cordial with you, but at the same time, I'm cool if we don't speak, if we just walk past each other like we don't even know each other. I think that makes the day a lot more smoother. He's just like, oh, Bob, what are you doing? Get it together, honey. Like, and the thing was, he was so cool in the beginning. Like, that's what blows my mind at times with him, because he was just so cool, and I thought that, he's not that far from my age, and I was just really thinking that he was going to be a cool guy, and boy, was I wrong, because that was totally not the case. I think now, I don't know, but I just think that he has a lot of issues that he needs to deal with on his own before he kind of, like, comes into, like, a workplace, or like a work situation, because, like, you want to try to, like, have some type of respect in the workplace, but in order to get respect, you have to give it, and Bob is horrible at that. You don't give people respect, but you, in return, think that you deserve some type of respect just because you read the handbook. I'm confused. Like, I don't get it. Definitely Bob, you need to learn. In order to get respect, you have to give respect. You don't give respect, Bob. That's why that's why I made this video. Like, and I just, you guys, you know, when you're working in a workplace, like, you just try to not have any animosity, not have any like drama. Everybody just wants to get the job done, and everybody basically wants to go home. I don't understand why people can't get that through their head at my job. Like, what don't you guys understand? We are not here to sit around and conversate about people. We are not here to badger people. We're not here to shove things down people's throats that you have read the handbook a million times. Nobody cares. I promise you, we do not care at all. If we don't care, I promise you. Like, yeah, like, and it's just like so many things that have happened and that have gone on between me and Bob, and just like little tiny situations that I have just really come to the conclusion that we just will not be cool. I'm not your cup of tea. You're not my cup of tea. Like, you do you and I'll do me. If we have to work together at work, I'm cool with it. Like, just don't, you know, you don't like me, I'm not too fond of you. And this is my thing. I don't say I dislike people a lot. So if I say that we really don't mesh well, or, you know, I don't like you, you don't really like me, then you know it's like something serious, because I like everybody, you know. I try to be respectful towards everybody. But there's some people that I've come to learn that you just cannot do that. You cannot be nice to them. You cannot give them your all. You cannot be respectful towards them, because they're crappy people and they're miserable and they have things that are going on with them. It is not you, it is them. If anybody is going to watch this video and can relate to this, you understand what I'm talking about when you just have that one coworker that you just can't stand. Like, I'm sure we can all relate to this. This is definitely why I made this video, because it's so relatable. We've all and are still dealing with people in the workforce that, you know, you just really don't vibe with, but you just try to make the day better. But you can only do so much. But yeah, I wanted to make this little video for you guys. I hope you like it. Like always, I need you to like, comment, subscribe to my channel. And yeah, comment down below if you have any situations that you can relate to with dealing with coworkers that you just cannot stand. I would love to hear it. And yeah, I will see you guys later, like always.